viewers, good afternoon.
Yes.
We have come with our afternoon show. The Policy Times has brought you your afternoon show. Today we have with us Miss Bangon Jansanthia, who is the country head of Thailand from Association of Buddhist Tour Operators. She is the country head from Thailand. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining with us today at the Policy Times. Today we will be having some brief figures and facts about what and how Thailand is doing. So, how is the tourism affecting over there, and how is the Buddhist tourism being affected over there? Before that, we would like to give a quick updates on the news from worldwide. Starting with the coronavirus updates in India, total positive cases in India on Tuesday has reached to 18,658, and with the total active cases, we have 14,759. 3,251 people have been cured and discharged according to the Ministry of Health and Welfare. Now, the worldwide coronavirus cases rises up to 24 lakh 82,158. The government has said that there will be some restrictions, relaxations of the lockdown in some areas, like we heard from his last announcement from April 20th. However, areas as coronavirus hotspots will not be opened or not be relaxed, but until and unless there is any further announcements, the extension for Telangana even will be till May 7th. Maharashtra and Delhi of India have emerged as the worst affected states of the coronavirus pandemic, while Maharashtra has reported over 4,666 cases. Delhi's tally stood at 2,081. But states like Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Karnataka have also been witnessing a huge rise in the number of affected cases. Thailand, on the other hand, has 19 new cases, which came up to the lowest daily increase since its reported 7 cases on March 14, preceding a surge in new cases that prompted the Prime Minister to enforce an emergency decree and order in partial lockdown. The Southeast Asian nation has a total of 2,811 cases and 48 deaths. The stocks, on the other hand, are slipping, and in afternoon trading on Wall Street as the price of oil created to the historic lows in Monday, cheaper than even a bottled water. The Department of Biotechnology has so far shortlisted 3 companies for funding the development of vaccine for COVID-19, besides 13 other proposals it received for diagnostics, therapeutics, and other interventions to fight coronavirus, as per a statement. The Events and Entertainment Management Association, the EMA, has sent an SOS to the government seeking urgent help for them to sustain after the survey that over half of them have the bookings have been cancelled till July. In the first half of the fiscal year between April and September, the central government can borrow RBI as much as 2 lakh crore rupees and up to 1.2 lakh crore rupees limit that has been fixed in March through the Ways and Means Advances, that is WMA, that could relieve the pressure on bond markets. Here was a quick review for you. Now we come back to Ms. Bangon, who is the country head and straight from Thailand, who is going to give us some clear picture. I would like to come to ma'am. Thank you so much for joining. If you could please give us a brief and about a scenario, clear picture of what is happening in Thailand and how are the people affected, about some facts and figures, the situation there, and how tourism has affected the country of Thailand, and how Buddhist tourism has affected as well.
Good afternoon, Akita. Thank you for inviting me to join this event. So, because of living in Thailand, so the country now, I think in Thailand we are same than other country. The most of our tourism sectors is infected. All of province now locked down. the country locked down, have no more flight, everybody stay work at home, and the entertainment that you say is related because of in all our country are applied that rules also to be able to control the pandemic of the disease. So you know that the most sensitive the most sensitive tourism is I'm sorry, the most sensitive industry in this world is tourism. Once the people feel danger, everybody stop and postponing the travel. So these are totally impact. And in Thailand also, because of our economy is related on the tourism industry, like we almost share 14% of GDP is because of the tourists. So when it's impact, is totally a big impact here. You could not imagine that 4 million people who are in this business are affected. No more job, no more tourism. So these are never seen before in our life. Because of many years, we have been spoiled with these incomes, which are, I could say that we are linked to the very, very sensitive issue. So this is giving us very expensive lesson, and it's challenge. How could we review and how could we manage it to go through, and then later on we will get back again. But in this situation, according to my view, I don't think that we can go back to the same state than before. So what we are doing now is we are trying to rebuild the new system and new how can I say new thing that could be attract the tourists, the new behavior of the tourists after the COVID has gone. That now we are doing, but it's not only this. According to my view, because of tour operator, it doesn't matter you are in this market, but if you are DMC or tour operator, we have been affected due to the digitalization of the world. It's globalization. Everybody can access, everybody can see whatever is in this world. So the tour operator, which are, I think the tour operator is like middleman. We already suffering in the past due to the digitalized, the people meeting the demand and the supply, they meeting directly without tour operator, which make us suffering for more than 10 years. But moreover, with this COVID situation, we are just completely suffering. But by the way, have to use this crisis to build up the new thing and new mindset, so then we can go on. There's a lot of, let me give you the situation in Thailand first, what we are doing, because of we are like everybody, COVID-19 is something that are just coming. We don't know at the beginning what is affect, because of first the people don't know. So and we have read a lot of news, so the people are panicked to the pandemic. So, and we don't know what to do. Firstly, our hospital is not enough mask, not enough a chair because of we are not prepared for, and even the hospital who are facing to the patient, they don't have enough. So, and yes, because of thanks to the digitalization and social how can I say, the social news, we know where they want what. For example, this hospital, they don't have enough masks. This hospital, they don't have enough breathing apparatus. So we could know this information and we provide for the people. We gathering the money to buy something support to the local hospital, thing like that. This is
Right.
the first thing we do. And the second is that after we understand and we just gathering all the information in my side, because of I am also the committee of ETA. During in March, we would say that we have a meeting almost every day in different organizations. We come and brainstorm, try to give the opinion from different side of the society. For example, we are tour operator. We give the opinion side from our side, and the hotel also they give their opinion on their side, and some entertainment or supplier or the bus company, the minivan company, they all coming up and then giving the information together with the Ministry of Health, Ministry of Tourism, and Ministry of Interior. And then we try to put all together with the information and then create the rules so then everybody can have some way to perform. So then it's correspond in the same way, which we have done that
Right, ma'am. I would like to.
during
We will
in
come back
March.
to the
We
activities that you have been doing at this time of pandemic. At this time, so what we want, I would request my colleague if she has some questions for ma'am to place it. We will come back to the activities and the plannings that you have for the people and the people who are stranded in Thailand due to they couldn't come back, they couldn't fly back. Over to you, Samita.
Thanks, Ankita. Miss Bangon, we know that over 25 years, Thailand has experienced a spectacular economic crash like coups, tsunami, and now the coronavirus. So, yet the statistics speak for themselves. Now, in 1960, we look around that 80,000 foreign tourists came Thailand, and also the Thailand tourism sector got a nickname for that, Teflon Thailand. And now the coronavirus came, and now the situation is so different now. So I want to ask you that how the tourism, how the Buddhist tourism across the world, and how it is affected.
Can you repeat your question again?
Yes,
How was
yes. How the Buddhist tourism across the world, how the industry, and how it is affected, how the tourism affected, Buddhist tourism.
Buddhist tourism? I would say that the people coming to Thailand, most of them, I see that most of them. Speaking about tourism in Thailand, okay, we have almost 40 million or 36 million a year during the past year.
Yeah.
And out of that, maybe 50%, the people from long haul travel, like from Europe, they are more like come for cultural tourism. So including with cultural tourism, they also go to Buddhist sector, like to see the temple, to see the local people, communities, and so on. So once this pandemic is happened, everything is complete shut down, including because of firstly we locked down our country, we locked down our province, and also with the place which are the people gathering together like a temple, like we all close also because of we prevent the people from gathering together. So social distancing are applied, and so now no one can go inside the temple, and the activity which are gathering the people are not allowed. And the monk which are staying in the temple, and what they can do in this period, they giving the food for the poor people which are jobless, because of there's a lot of people are jobless now in Thailand because of they lose their business. The monk giving some free food, and many of them keep on chanting and giving the Dhamma. So then the people have let calm and get out of their panic. Right. And they're giving the yes, that is. So this is the impact that we're having right now on the tourism business.
Tourism, right. So like we have been seeing that Thailand has a history of huge tourist accumulation every year. May it be a cultural tourism or a religious pilgrimage, or may it be just for a leisure tourism. So now when we heard from Ms. Bangong that how this has been affected Thailand in a drastic way, but still the Thailand Tourism, the Association for Buddhist Tour Operators, they are continuously having several activities to give help to all the people who came to Thailand and couldn't go back because they are the host country now. So they are doing several activities through monks. They are distributing food, and they're also making people just rest assuring that things will be fine and everything. So coming back to talking of Buddhist tourist operators and the team, I'm sure that is working. How was your team at this point of time working, coordinating with the tourists who have already there in Thailand, couldn't fly back? So since there has been no aircrafts, it has been completely closed. How is you and your team and all the tour operators doing in? What are the activities more they are doing in? Like we heard, you're helping them. How are you coordinating with the team and operations going on? How are you working on that manner?
So as I said that there's a lot of people stranded here with no planning. Once the country are locked down, they could not go back, they could not go anywhere else, so they have to stay inside Thailand. So they need some food, they need some room, they need some visa extension, they need some move to do some activities. So we are helping the people, or moving to for example, the people in maybe they stay in the islands. They stay in the island, and then they need to come to the town, so then they can move easily to go to the airport in case of the airplane will come to pick them up. So we provide free transportation to them, move them to the bigger town. So then in the big town, we have more facility to accommodate them. We have some hotels which are giving very cheap price for long-term living of the tourists which are stranded. And there are many charities, organizations which are providing the food, and some restaurants which are, most of them are closed, but they are reopened and just giving the food for free for the people who confined in Thailand. And we also support to talk to help with the people who have the problems with the visa extension. For example, in my team, I sending my lawyer to accommodate to tourists which have to go to immigration to get the stamp, extending the stamp, and to give them information what to do, how to do, and coordinate with the embassy to do so. This is our main activities, and to giving some food. In Thailand, I would say that it's lucky we have the sense of giving, because of whoever see that situation, the people are in difficult time, they have nothing, then we will keep on giving. Today some restaurants are giving, and tomorrow some restaurants are giving, or some hotel are giving. So we have a lot of facility here which are willing to give, willing to help. So now has no problem at all with the tourists who are stranded here. We all manage and doing whatever we can nearby us. For example, I'm in Pattaya. The hotelier and the transportation company are ready. Just need to ask and need to get just some call, and everybody say that okay, we help, because of we are here. We get the benefit a lot from the tourism in the past. So now is our time to give them back, to make them feel safe, to make them feel comfortable, which are we think over in the long term. Maybe when they go back to their country, they will feel like warm from their heart that Thailand is the best one, who always helping whatever doesn't matter that they facing. We will be stand by them.
Amazing, amazing. I'm sure they will, and all the tourists will be. Tourists are being taken care of by Thailand, and all the tour operators, and all the monks, and all the associations. I'm sure, and they are very in very good, safe hands. That they have been taking care of all these minute details about the visa, about food, about staying, about transport, and everything. Over to you, Samita.
Yeah, Ms. Bangon, what are your plans and strategies to revive the Buddhist tourism in future?
Right. Even adding to that, I would ask that how are associations, like you have been also the member of the IOTA, you were saying, how are associations, the tourism leaders as yours, how are you all planning, strategizing that, since Thailand being the main tourism being a very integral part, like you were saying, it is almost 4 million people who have have been in this job sector, in this tourism sector. What will be the future of tourism and the main important integral source of income? So what are your plans and strategies for tourism as a whole, and also for Buddhist tourism, adding to it?
In the total, we need to understand that now we all suffering. There is we have about the tour operator in Thailand. For example, the member of tour operator association in Thailand now is about 1,200 companies which are in the system, register in the system. I don't count the small company which are that. So we all suffering. But as I told you that we are not just affected due to the COVID-19, we also affected before with the digitalization, which now the impact of COVID is just making us just clutch faster than before. So this is not something surprising from us. So how to rebuild? Firstly, the time that we have now, I believe something that the crisis is over, giving the opportunity, also the new opportunity, new challenge. Is it the time to studying and in deep on each market? So then now what we are doing now, we are just keep on doing our job with planning in advance and try to figure out how the behavior of the people will be in the next after the COVID. And we thinking about the people more in the future will be more hygienic and standard of cleanliness, which are we are not working alone. We have to build up the whole strategy of the country, which to launch the campaign and then gain more confidence from the tourists, so then they can come back to Thailand with zero fear.
Right.
So in this case, the Thailand, it doesn't matter TCEP, the Convention and Exhibition Bureau, which are one organization, and TAT, which are the marketing organization, and Ministry of Tourism. They all try to find the solution what they could build up the rules, so then we can play in the next future. And we come up with the hygienic standard that we must giving the certificate for the hotels, for the suppliers, for the education department, for any people who can apply, and then to show that how they do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to make their cleanliness in their properties, and to be sure that the tourists coming in will get the full cleanliness. This is one thing. And one thing is that we think that the people will have more a concern in terms of wellness and healthy, and there will be more in terms of how can I say, they will have more people appreciate to the environment or local communities than before. Because of before, Thailand, we serve the tourists with man-made activities or something like indoor entertainment, which are very, very famous in Thailand. But we think now the people will change a little bit, because of the people will be more respect to the nature and more looking for the wellness tourism. So we are building up our country to be ready to serve for those new behavior of the tourists. We are in the discussing now what we are doing and how we are doing to make a great impact to the new coming tourists. That what we are planning now.
Amazing indeed. I mean, the way I would say this is so commendable, right? Not only they have every country is facing a loss in the tourism. India is also, and many other certain countries are facing a lot of job slacks and salary slashes and lot of losses. But again, I think the only message that also Ms. Bangon tried to spread, that the way Thailand is getting prepared for the behavioral change. I think this is a very important thing to understand the behavioral pattern that will be changed after the complete pandemic, after this disease has completely been eradicated. There will be a drastic change in behavior. Like ma'am said, people will be shifting to respecting nature like previously people did not. They were mostly focused in man-made activities and indoor activities, but now people will be more into concerned about hygienes, concerned about the cleanliness of the hotels. And like we got the message a few points that how hotels and the transportations and the travel tourist spots will be approved, certified that it is, yes, it is A class in the tourist, A class in the hygiene matter, so that people are assured that yes, we are safe to travel and step out of the world. And also for Thailand, people are ready to welcome people again with new strategies, new plans, new activities, and also how to make people rest assured. Again, with this, like I said, I think we would like to end this with a quick message from Ms. Bangong to all the tour operators of the world and for Thailand as well. All the Buddhist tour operators and all the tour operators, a small message, a motivational message for them.
So, so to our brother, yes, this is the most challenge for me also. We have to tell us every day because we are facing that situations all the times. I have run the tourism business more than 20 years. And what I believe is that you need to keep yourselves, your team in optimism, because of we need to positive thinking in any crisis, always having the opportunities. The people in this world, it doesn't matter what. I still believe that the people in this world still want to traveling all the times. They want. It doesn't matter they are. But because of the digitalization, the people are more looking at that information online, on the internet. The old model that we have had for 20 years or 30 years will never work again. So everybody should use this moment to thinking in deep which market they want to invest, they want to gain the tourists. So then to understand the nature of that market, and then try to adapt yourself into their need, that most of them, I know that the next generation is a young generation, which are a huge tourist in the coming years, is the young generation, that they're always using the digital and network. So the one who can survive in the next future is the one who have themselves installed in the platform. So the great accessibility, the great access data, easy to access and real-time platform is the most important for the one who want to survive. And the quick service. And I think even in the future, there is no more overprice. There is no more overcharge. There will be only the sustainability services. And even the tour operator could be, you could not sell only the package like before. You could be transform yourselves into the consultant services and get some benefit from consultant, which are fair enough, and on the way that the people comfortable to pay. That's what I say. The people who can. Oh, sorry for that.
It's okay.
Are you ready? Are you soon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that we have to prepare for, and then have to think over, because of with the new model will be work, but will not affect the big volume anymore. What we have to think about it to give more value than the volume. And I think in the future, the big business will not exist anymore. It will be only small and less expenses. So then the people can move easily and can service in the fast time, in the real time. And that is only way that you have to adapt them yourselves, which are the old generation will disappear because of the, for example, it's my own, because of I have been in the business with the old model, that we need to get new generation which are like your generation that can work digitalization with the worldwide. Offline market will have less important.
Right. Thank you so much, ma'am, sir, for all these insights. I'm sure the points that you have mentioned, that we should give more importance to the value and not the volume anymore. And again, that how the people in the tourism sector should think about. I think this is a very amazing point and a kind of suggestion also to for all of them, which already I think ma'am has been spreading the message that consultations can be started in. Sustainability is the most important thing, and people will be thinking more about wellness and how there can be fast services and fast traveling and everything, how things can be brought in fast, and quick services can be there with the help of young generations, and setting up new systems so that there can be an adaptation of all the system in the tourism sector. The tourism sector should also adapt to all these digitalization processes and everything. And that is it. People, the market should know where to invest and which are the sectors they should invest, which activities they should invest. Every country will be, I'm sure, planning and strategizing on this. Thank you so much for all your valuable insights, ma'am. And thank you so much for joining with us. And viewers, thank you so much for watching. And please stay tuned for our evening show, that is the India's Policy Show, from 6 to 7. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.